Hello, my name's Caden, or Ninjago and more, and today I'm going to be taking a look at all 17 minifigs of the OG Elemental Masters from the Tournament of Elements. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, there were 12 new Elemental Masters introduced in Season 4, and over the course of the past 9 years, we have got 17 minifigs of those 12 characters. So, what I'm going to do is take a look at each of these figs, give my thoughts on them, give my thoughts on the character, give my thoughts about the sets they came in, blah blah blah. I just wanted to talk about the Elemental Masters because I love them so much. Let's get right into it. So, as I'm sure some of you know, the first Elemental Master figure we ever got was Tox, or Toxikita from the Ultra Agent sets. So, she came out 6 months before the Tournament of Elements aired, and I'm sure you all know that this year, oops, I just knocked her over, this year in 2024, we got a new Tox minifig. I've already done a video talking about the two different Tox minifigs. This one, of course, like I said, 2024, this one 2014, so that is 10 years later, which is crazy. I can't believe that we got another Tox minifig. You can see how much more modern this one is, but we'll talk about this later. Right now, we're looking at the OG Tox minifig. What you may not even know is that Tox, until Season 9, didn't even get any speaking lines. She did not speak in Season 4, so the fact that she was she was the first minifig we ever got for the Elemental Masters is pretty crazy. She does have an alternate face. If I take this, this hairpiece is rubber. If we take the rubbery hairpiece off, we can see there the alternate face, not too pretty, doesn't really look like Tox at all. However, this face is the one that they based the model off in the show. The hip dips, I'm not really a fan of. I don't like when they include them on LEGO minifigs. The opacity on the torso isn't that good either, but this is kind of just nitpicking. I do really like this minifig. I think it looks really, really good for the Master of Poison. The colour scheme and all the symbols everywhere do really represent the fact that she is the Master of Poison. The little poison flasks on her legs are also really cool. So yeah, I really like this minifig. Tox in the show is okay. I think she was relatively easy to get her hands on. I did do a series of shorts about a year ago where I took a look at every single one of the OG Elemental Master figs. So yeah, I've got average prices in there, so if you are interested, you can go back on my channel and check that out. But yeah, this Tox minifig I am quite a fan of. Then, on January 1st, 2015, we got 4 new Elemental Master figs. I'm going to go in the order in which I would put them in. So first, we're going to take a look at Skylar. Now, this is obviously based on the Zukin suits for the ninja. She works as a 6th ninja. Yeah, I mean, it's really nice. I love the Zukin suits. I love the colour. Aaron uses this colour now, but on Skylar, I think it looks incredible. I really, really like it. The mask with the print in, if we take the mask off, we can see her face looks incredible. Not such a fan of that back face, and if we put this mask on there, that's what it looks like. I don't think that looks good at all, to be honest. But I like how she has the quiver there to store arrows, I'm pretty sure that's for. If we just turn the mask around here, this looks incredible. If I get the hairpiece as well, I'll show you what it looks like there. So this hairpiece didn't come with this figure. I think it came out a couple of years later. But with the hairpiece, this figure looks incredible. I mean, would I say 10 out of 10? I think I might call this figure a 10 out of 10. It's really good. I really like how it lines up with the ninja. I think if it came with the hairpiece in the sets, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. But in this instance, I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10. The mask ruins it a little bit for me because she doesn't really wear the mask that much in the show. So I guess I'll give it a 9 out of 10. But yeah, no, that figure's really good. Then, on the same day that we got Skylar, we also got Karloff. Really, really cool Elemental Master figure. I think he's worth quite a bit, I'm not too sure. Even though the only exclusive piece to him is his torso. We can see the back of him here. The official figure doesn't actually have an alternate face print, even though out there you can get this face with an angry face on the back. It came in one of the Sons of Garmadon sets, I know that. The big metal gloves I absolutely love. I would have liked an alternate face where he was, you know, powered up using his metal powers. However, you know, fair enough, it was 2015, they weren't that advanced. I'm sure nowadays they probably would do something like that. The torso print, while it is simplistic, it's really nice. The legs, of course, don't have any printing, which is a bit of a shame. I think that would have really added to the figure. I'd say this is maybe a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I do think it is really nice. And while I'm giving them ratings out of 10, I don't think I rated Tox out of 10, but I think I'd give her about an 8. Yeah, this figure is really cool. So I think, yeah, Karloff, Very nice figure, 7 or 8 out of 10. Yeah, I just love it. It feels really bulky with the shoulder armor and the gloves and the helmet. It just feels like even though it's a Lego figure, he just feels like he'd be strong, you know, like the Master of Metal should be. In the same set as Karloff, we of course got Griffin Turner. Griffin Turner was, I think, a fan favourite Elemental Master. So was Karloff, really, and Skylar. There's a lot of fan favourite Elemental Masters. But yeah, Griffin Turner, very, very cool Elemental Master here. He has his own symbol on the back there, which is cool. The face print with the red sunglasses, really cool. The torso, I love the torso print. It's kind of like a ninja-y inspired one. Yeah. Awesome. If we take the hairpiece off, he does have a very strange alternate face. I don't know anyone who's displaying their Griffin Turner with that face, to be honest, because it is a very, very strange alternate face. However, the front face is perfect. Very nicely represents what Griffin Turner is supposed to look like. I can't put his hair back on. That just took me about 2 minutes to get his hairpiece back on. But yeah, I really, really like this Griffin Turner figure. I like the hair, how it's like swept back as if the wind's been pushing it back. Unfortunately, the lack of leg prints, I think, does really bring that minifig down. I'd probably have to give it about a 6 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I do just think leg prints would have really added to it. The next Elemental Master, of course, released on the same day as these three, is Mr. Pale. Came in an Ultra Agent set, similar to Torx. This figure is so cool. Again, no leg prints, which does hold it back a little bit. The bit of printing he has on his back is very nice. The face print is awesome. The torso is really nice. And of course, as I'm sure you know, he got another figure in 2024, similar to Torx, but we'll talk about that one later. I love this figure. Would I give it a 10 out of 10? Maybe. I mean, I don't think he really needs leg prints because he's got quite a casual outfit on. Leg prints would, of course, have been lovely, but I mean, I think I'll give this figure a 9 because I think leg prints definitely would have helped. But if someone gave it a 10, I would not argue with them. The next Elemental Master released in 2017, so we had to wait 2 years after this one, but it was Shade. He, of course, came in a set with Ash and Skylar, who we're going to look at next. Shade is really cool. He has dual molded legs. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was the first ever Ninjago minifig to have dual molded legs. He has no alternate face print. Oops, sorry, Shade. He has no alternate face print, but to be honest, I don't think he needs one. I think that face print does encapsulate his personality very well. Really, really nice torso print there with the wolf symbol. The back print there, very nicely detailed. The colour scheme is great, consisting of purely black, white, and greys. I mean, yeah, I really like this figure. I don't think the lack of leg prints really hurts it too much, considering that they are dual molded legs. However, there are legs out there that you can give him if you prefer more detailed figures. Me personally, I prefer show accuracy, but I mean, yeah, this is a really nice figure. Not quite a 10 out of 10. I think I'd maybe score it around a 7 or 8 out of 10. But yeah, very, very nice figure. Of course, like I said, in the same set as Shade, we also get Ash. Ash, for years, was my favourite Elemental Master figure, just because of how detailed his figure was. The printing on the legs and torso was so nice. The back of it, I really like how that little bit of fabric spills over the belt. I just love the printing on this. The colour scheme as well. The sand blue with the light grey arms. The face is awesome. I love the hair. I don't know why I like this figure so much. There's just something about it. Also, the fact that it was revealed that Cinder was the Master of Smoke back at the start of the year when that got revealed. That made me fall in love with this figure again because I was like, oh my god, you know, what's happened to Ash? There's no alternate face print here, but this figure, I might give it a 10 out of 10, you know. It is a really, really nice figure. I think I'm going to go 10. 10 out of 10 for that Ash figure. It is beautiful. And finally, for that battle pack, we have Skylar. This is Skylar based off of her Season 6 appearance, and also Season 7. This is probably my favourite Skylar minifig we've ever got, to be honest. The printing all around is really nice. I love that face print. The leg prints get used up until crystallized. I don't think she has an alternate face. I'll just double check. Yeah, no alternate face. But that one face is perfect. It's a little bit more modern than the one in this Skylar figure at the back. Is it a 10 out of 10 figure? I don't know. I really like the colour scheme of like the orangey, reddy kind of vibe. I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10 because I don't want to be dishing out 10 out of 10s, but I think this Skylar figure does definitely have to get a 9. I think the fact that that figure doesn't appear in the tournament, that is the first Elemental Master figure here that doesn't appear in the tournament. If she was canon to Season 4, then it would probably be a lot higher, but because it didn't appear until Season 6, I think I'm going to stick with a 9. Later that same year, in 2017, we got Neuro in a Bricktober pack. This figure came in a Bricktober pack that cost £15 and came with 4 other figures, and now I'm pretty sure this is the most expensive Elemental Master figure you can buy. I mean, yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's the hairpiece, maybe it's the exclusivity of Bricktobers, I don't know, but this Neuro figure goes for a pretty penny. Is it that good? I mean, it's okay. No leg prints, the hair, the printing on it always fades. That is a very common occurrence. Here's the back of it here. There's no alternate face. The printing on the torso is really nice. The face print is a little bit inaccurate to Season 4. I think it just feels a bit different, at least. That might be because the hairpiece, actually. In Season 4, he used a completely different hairpiece. However, in Season 9, they updated his look to use this hairpiece. The torso printing is quite nice. I'm not going to give this figure anywhere near a 10 out of 10. I think it would have to go more towards the range of, God, maybe like about a 6 or a 5 out of 10. I'm not the biggest lover of that Neuro figure. So already with 2017 getting these 3 Elemental Master figures, that is quite a long wait from 2015. I think living through that, it did feel a little bit like, oh, you know, why are we getting Elemental Master figures so late? However, of course, we have this one specific Elemental Master who we had to wait a ridiculously long time for, but we'll get to that in a minute. However, now, 2019, 5 years after the Tournament of Elements, we get this Skylar figure. Now, Skylar was always kind of different to the other Elemental Masters. She was always a bit more of a reoccurring character, so getting more Skylar figures throughout the years isn't too bad. This Skylar figure, she uses this design from Season 9 up until Crystallized, even though we did get a Crystallized Skylar figure. She has an alternate face, however, the printing on mine has faded. If I can take that hair off, yeah, you can see the printing on mine has started to fade, which is a bit of a shame. But this Skylar figure, I don't know how I feel about it. In Crystallized, she uses the same design, however, she uses the legs from this Skylar figure here. Can I get it to... There we go. She uses the legs from this Skylar figure, but everything else from this Skylar figure, which is pretty cool. I like that that torso design has been in the show from 2018 to 2022. But the figure itself is kind of boring. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It did come in Throne Room Showdown, which was, I think, a £20 set for 5 minifigs, which is incredible, and you cannot complain about that. However, the figure itself is not great. I think I'd give it maybe a 4 out of 10. Yeah, I am not the biggest lover of Hunted Skylar. So that Skylar figure came out in June of 2018. Then we had to wait until January of 2021 to get our next Elemental Master figure. However, this was a great time to be a Ninjago fan. I would argue that this was maybe the best ever time to be a Ninjago fan because we didn't get 1, we didn't get 2, but we got 3 Elemental Masters on the same day. So we'll take a look at Gravis first. This, of course, came in 71735, the Tournament of Elements. I absolutely love that set. I have 12 copies of it myself. You may have seen that on my channel if you've been watching for a long time. But this Gravis figure is incredible. The fact that it came out in 2021, when the season it was in came out in 2015, that is so crazy, but we finally have it. This one does have some custom legs I got from a Lord of the Rings set. The official one comes with plain dark red legs, but this is so good. This is very, very accurate as well. Some minor detailing that is different. However, the mass of the figure is accurate. The headscarf, the leg prints, which, like I said, are from a different set. So incredible. I absolutely love this figure. He does have an alternate face. If we take a look at that there, it is as though he is controlling his powers and kind of meditating with them. But yeah, that face is very, very accurate. I think it really does look like Gravis. If I just put that headscarf on there, am I going to say this is a 10 out of 10 figure? oh, it is incredible. I think with my custom leg prints, which make it more accurate, I might have to give it a 10 out of 10, just based on the fact that we got it 6 years after it appeared in the show, and it's just so accurate. I'm going to put this Gravis over here because we've run out of room on this side. But yeah, that Gravis figure, absolutely love it. And of course, in that same set, we got the first and final official figure of my favourite Elemental Master, Jacob. When it was leaked that we were getting Jacob as an official figure, I was so over the moon, you would not believe it. I think it got leaked in around September of 2019, and 2020, sorry, and I was just over the moon. You should have seen me, I was so giddy. Getting my hands on it, I'm just as happy. It definitely did not disappoint. Of course, it's slightly inaccurate. He should have had printed / dual molded arms, and the face print is a little bit different to how it was in the show, and the glasses are different, but that kind of stuff I can overlook personally, because I think the fact that we have an official Jacob figure is so good. He has an alternate face as well. So this is his regular face where he's happy, and then he has an angry face where he's shouting or fighting or whatever. I mean, yeah, I absolutely love this figure. 10 out of 10. That is definitely biased, but I don't care. I think he's one of the coolest designed Elemental Masters. I think maybe only second to Mr. Pale. But, I mean, that really depends on personal preference. But this Jacob figure... Oops, I just knocked Call-Off over. Okay, I'm going to be careful because I know I'm going to try and stand him up and cause like a domino effect. But yeah, this Jacob figure, absolutely incredible. I love it so much. 10 out of 10. It's perfect. The final Elemental Master we got in that set was Bolobo, and this one was definitely the most controversial. They completely redesigned Bolobo for this set. With Jacob and Gravis, they made a few minor alterations, however, they still quite significantly looked like what they did in the show. However, with Bolobo, they pretty much completely redesigned him. This isn't even the face he uses in the sets, this face is custom. The face he uses in the sets is Jack from Hidden Side, which definitely does not look like Bolobo. He keeps the feather and the strap going across his chest, and the leg prints are kind of the same, but they should have been dual molded. The back of him here, yeah, that's nice, it's got a little pouch there. However, this is probably the weakest of the Elemental Master figures, just because it looks nothing like what it did in Season 4. People love Season 4. It's one of the most nostalgic seasons for people. I love Season 4, it is very nostalgic to me, and the fact that this Bolobo figure was so different was definitely a little bit upsetting. However, personally, I still think it's incredible that we got a Bolobo figure, so I'm not going to complain too much. I'd rather have this than no Bolobo. However, in terms of rating it from 1 to 10, I think it's going to have to be around a 3 to 4 mark, because I just can't defend it. Only 1 year after we got those figures in 2021, we got this figure for Skylar from 2022, the Crystallized set. However, this figure never appeared in Crystallized, and whilst the Bolobo figure, you can kind of accept that not being seen in the show, and you understand, yep, that's just them redesigning Bolobo and giving him a new design. This Skylar figure is a really weird case, because she does appear in Crystallized, but she just uses a mix of her 2 previous suits. So this figure is just completely non-canon, completely pointless. It was kind of a wasted spot in the sets, to be honest. The face print is really nice. That face print is cool. And then also her alternate face has the war paint. That is a really nice touch. The golden ZX arm is really nice. Let me just put this hair back on. Yeah, the golden ZX arm is really nice. The torso print is really cool. No leg prints again, which is a shame. I wouldn't have even minded if they just brought back those legs from the old Skylar. Oh, I didn't know I could zoom in. Yeah, I would have preferred it if they brought back the legs from the old Skylar figure, this one. However, they didn't, and they just went with plain legs, and to be honest, I don't love this figure. What would I give it out of 10? Maybe like a 6, because the colouring is really nice. I do like the yellow and the red. However, just the fact that it's not canon, and it took up a... Oh, no. Okay, I'm not going to bother trying to stand them back up. Just the fact that it took up a spot in the Crystallized sets that could have went to one of the new Ninja, or it could have went to any of the new Crystallized characters, like Harumi in her Kabuki mask form. I don't know, I just think that figure was a bit of a wasted spot. It's not the most interesting figure anyway, so I'd give it about a 5 out of 10. Now, we just got finished with 2022, and out of the 12 Elemental Masters from Season 4, we have only had 11 of them. This was driving me and so many other people crazy. We thought we would never complete the collection, but miraculously, thankfully, in 2023, LEGO completed our collection of Elemental Masters by releasing Camille in Ninjago City Markets. This was one of the most hype reveals they had ever done. I was so ecstatic when I woke up and saw that we were getting a Camille figure. This is so crazy. I can't believe that 9 years later, in June of 2023, we got a Camille fig. Now, this is a slight redesign from her design in the show, making her look quite a lot more modern. She also didn't have that mole, that beauty spot. However, that face is custom, and I think it does work quite well for Camille. This is incredible, and of course this figure, along with a few other figures, which we'll take a look at in a minute, did appear in the Tournament of Sources, but this Camille figure, the fact that we got it in 2023 to complete the collection, I was so happy with. I think I'd definitely give this a 10 out of 10. They brought back that retired hairpiece just for this figure. Yeah, absolutely love it. 10 out of 10 all around. So happy we got it. And then, for now, the final 2 Elemental Master figs we got came out in June of 2024. We'll take a look at the first one here. This is, of course, Tox. Now, I'm assuming you've seen a lot of people talk about these figures because they are so new. I really like this Tox. I've already spoke about them quite a bit on my channel, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about my thoughts on them. However, I do quite like this Tox figure. The back printing is quite nice. Not the biggest fan of the hair. I think it does fit Tox's aesthetic. However, I did like her ponytail hairpiece, but I appreciate that. Oops, I nearly knocked all them over there. I do appreciate that most LEGO female characters have ponytails, so they did just want to change it up a little bit. I completely get that, that's completely fair, and the mohawk is really nice. The torso is gorgeous. The hair and the legs aren't actually exclusive to Tox, they come in other sets. I think the hair comes in a friend set and the legs come in a city set. So, yeah, that's I don't want to say it's lazy, but it's kind of lazy. But the face print is quite nice, the torso is really cool. On a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'd probably give this figure about a 7. I don't love it, however, I think it is quite nice. I think it's also worth talking about the sets that both of those figs come in. Camille in Ninjago City Markets, that is an incredible set with incredible minifigs. However, out of all the minifigs in that set, I think Camille is the standout. And Tox, the tournament temple, training arena, whatever, with Evil J, with Cinder, that is a really, really cool set. However, now, rounding off the collection, we, of course, have Mr. Pale from Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 2. This figure came in the Tournament Temple City, which cost, I think, £220, which is a lot of money. I mean, yeah, this is a really nice figure. It's a really cool adaptation of the original Mr. Pale figure. I think I do prefer the original one, however this one is quite nice. The back of it does have this really cool new symbol, which I'm guessing is the new symbol for light, the element, which is awesome. His face print, I do prefer the old one. Like I said, I have done a video where I spoke about the old Toxin Mr. Pale figs compared to the new ones, and I do prefer the old figs. However, this one is really cool. It's a nice adaptation. Out of 10, I think I'd give this one an 8. It is really nice. I like how they kept the dollar signs on his torso, but that just about rounds off this video. So yeah, that was it. All 17 figures of the 12 Elemental Masters we first saw in Season 4. Let me know in the comments who is your favourite Elemental Master and which of these figures is your favourite. I think my favourite Elemental Master is definitely Jacob, and I think in terms of my favourite figure, it might have to be Ash. The detailing on it is just so nice. But yeah, let me know in the comments who your favourite is. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!